Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic. Yeah.
International.
Classic.
International.
Yeah. It's the best daytime live show on all streaming platforms. It's the Classic Codes. You know I gotta come to the ring, man.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life.
333, what up, Scott?
Trying it ain't in pretty.
Let's get
I
active.
only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. In the way I level up,
let's
I
get
make them
to it.
spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make a wish in me. I got these
Talk.
hoes in the fringe. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused.
Let's get focused. Yeah, it's Classic with the Classic Codes, and we got another great live show today. I hope y'all feel amazing, man. Happy Friday.
Classic.
Yes, it is. Early in the chat, Soft Rain, what's going on? Chat 333 filing in.
Classic.
Oh, wee. You see me smiling ear to ear, but it's not what y'all think. I'm just in a good mood. I'm just in a good mood, man. We got a great live show for y'all. We're going to be starting off with the sports segment, talking about a couple things in the sports world. And then we're going to slide over into the regular scheduled programming with our reaction video, with our question of the day, with our TikTok reaction, and our code language conversation. So we got a full slate, and I don't plan on wasting no time. Make sure y'all do the free stuff. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications, subscribe to the channel, man. And if you already done those things, let other people know about this channel, because here we trying to actually be resolution based, and it's also entertaining. But at the end of the day, we have a mission.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
So yeah. So we're gonna start off with the sports segment of the day. We're gonna be talking about Noah Lyles and his Diamond League victory in the 200 meters. It's Classic with the Classic Code Sports. Yeah.
There you go. Talk to him.
Classic Codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Yeah, so our boy Noah Lyles representing the United States of America in the Olympics every time around. This guy has been seen by some as controversial, polarizing, even just for being a boisterous guy, being a person who is skilled at his craft and happens to have some character to go along with it, some flavor to go along with it, not afraid to be, a little bit of an exaggeration, or maybe that could just be himself. He could be just a vocal guy. But Noah Lyles is someone that I'm definitely a supporter of. I root for him when he's running. I think I covered some track and field a week or two ago when he lost in that rainstorm to Oblique. I covered that, and I was giving Oblique his credit for being the fastest 100-meter sprinter in the world right now. That's just the objective, perspective that I have as of right now on it. Doesn't mean I'm not still rooting for Noah whenever they line it up. But Oblique, that boy fast in the 100. With that being said, I also acknowledge that I feel like Noah Lyles is the best 200-meter sprinter in the world, hands down. I think he beats Oblique. I think he beats everybody in the 200 globally, and I think his victory in the Diamond League showed that. I'm going to play just a snippet of some of his interview of what he's talking about after winning the 200 in the Diamond League and picking up his 6th Diamond League championship, since he's been running. So just a little bit of his interview. I don't want to play too much because I'm not sure if this particular channel, the Diamond League channel, I don't know if they do the copywriting. So I'm only going to play a little bit, but let's go.
Yeah, I mean, now we're just completely focused on training. I think the most important thing is getting wins, confidence. I mean, every race I've been in has either been second or first. You know, I can't be unhappy with that, and I just keep improving as we go on. So a lot of confidence.
And you know,
that's awesome. That's all I'm going to play. I don't want to run any risk of any copyrights. But yeah, we won't stay on this for too long, but I'm rooting for Noah. I know a lot of people have agreed and disagreed with some of his takes in regards to, you know, paralleling NBA players, even his takes with how he's handled by his sponsors and the way he's endorsed and, you know, wanting his own signature shoe, things like that. You know, I think he's one of those people who are going to push the envelope. He's going to be one of those people who is going to be a trailblazer of sorts in regards to the way people in the track and field world conduct their business. And I think whenever you're trailblazing, you're on the path of most resistance, but it doesn't mean that you can't carve out that path. It just, you know, it's going to be a bumpy road. And so he seems like the type of guy that has enough confidence to still operate inside of what he believes in, regardless of public opinions and perspectives. And I'm appreciative for that because I think ultimately it's going to help track and field athletes who have personality, you know, get their money and get their just due when it comes to sponsorships, endorsements, and even the way the sport in general is covered, you know, how deeply it's covered. Like Classic Code Sports is probably one of few channels I know that are going to dive in to any track at all. You know what I mean? I like track a lot. I follow certain athletes, and I think that they should have a space where somebody is giving them time and attention. I really do. And so Noah Lyles representing the United States, I'm definitely going to give him, you know, the love he deserves. Shout out to the Tez down in the building, the chat rolling
Classic.
in. Yeah, sir. But yeah, so Noah, he did his thing. He came from behind. I would show y'all the race, but again, copyright. So make sure y'all YouTube it after this and watch the replay of the race. Noah being a guy who is not known for having the fastest start. I've seen worse starters, but he doesn't have the greatest start. He's a guy who, you know, has a great engine throughout the course of a race, which makes him a great 200-meter runner because, you know, by the time he gets up to top speed and he has a lot left in the tank, he hawks the guys that are in first down and, you know, he passes them. The issue with the 100 for Noah and the reason why we always get a little, you know, intensified watching the 100 with Noah is because is there enough track for him to hawk down the guy that's in front? You know what I mean? For him to really, you know, reel them in. With the 200, he has the time to reel these guys in, and he excels at that. He's the best in the world at that. I think Noah could even be a great 400-meter runner, but I think he'd have to give up the one to train like that. But I think he could be great at 4. But that 100 going to pay more money. You understand me? It's still business at the end of the day. The Tez down said Noah is out for revenge, and I don't blame him. Nah. He's got, you know, I like it. I like athletes that are boisterous. I like athletes that are brash. I love Muhammad Ali. I love Floyd Mayweather. I love Noah Lyles. I love athletes that talk that talk. I love Ray Lewis. I love it. I love it. I don't like humble athletes. I don't. You know, don't be on mute, especially not when you're great. You know what I mean? Don't be on mute. You know, display your confidence. You've earned the right to say whatever it is about how you feel about how you're going to be able to perform because we've seen you do it before. You're proven. You know what I mean? So pop your shit. You know what I mean? I'm with all of that. You know, a lot of people are turned off by athletes that are like that. I'm not. I'm definitely not. The Tez down said, I like it too. Track needed this, especially a Black American. Yeah. The sport of track and field is very exciting. It really is, especially I think it's more exciting on TV to watch it covered. And I mean it by this, because I'll give you this. There's nothing more exhilarating than watching a 100 in person. The final heat of a 100 or a 200 in person and the relays in person. It's top notch. One of the best experiences you'll have as far as sporting events. But when I say watching track and field on TV could actually make more money than what they're giving it, it's because think about how they cover track and field when it's on TV. You know what I'm saying? Track meets have a tendency to run at a weird pace. I don't want to say slow, but they run at like a weird pace. But if you could go from consistently seeing people lining it up and triggering off for 100 heats and 200 heats, and then in between that, snap over to the jumps and the pole vaults with a little bit of like, you know, some type of a pace to it, you could make a very entertaining watch on TV for track and field. You could. It could be a very entertaining watch. I think the Olympics covers track and field very well. The way that they, you know, they constantly giving you something. There's no lulls where you're getting just like straight commentary, because at that point we watching a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we want to see race after race. It's just like boxing. Like some boxing events run really slowly, and then you got the events now like with Turkey Al Sheikh where it's like fight after fight, and there ain't these big long intermissions where they doing a 30-minute podcast in between fights. Like we don't want to see that much damn commentary. Like y'all been promoting the fight for months. You know what I'm saying? Like show us the fight. We tired of being promoted too. Everybody that's gonna watching. Play, press play. You know what I'm saying? So I think track and field has a bright future when athletes keep opening up their mouths. You know, of course, the what do we call them today? The so-called powers that be hate to see a super vocal, you know, black man, but track is one of those sports that you can't rig. You can't rig track. Only way you can rig track is literally to try to just pay an athlete off to not run their fastest. It's the only way you can rig track. Other than that, you can't rig track. So Noah could talk crazy as he want. There's no way to fix a race. There's no way to fix the race. He can go out there, talk as crazy as he want, and go win first place, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. Sports that could be fixed have referees. Any sport with a referee can be rigged. With track and field, there's officiates, you know, just to monitor false starts, you know, stuff like that. But we have these freaking 10K cameras now. You can't even lie and say somebody false start when they didn't. And then Noah's not known for having great starts. His ass will start too slow before he start too damn fast. So you're not going to rig it that way. Like you can't stop him. So he can be as boisterous as he want, and nobody could like fix the fight, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Noah Lyles, and I'm grateful to have an American champion at the Diamond League, you know, and I'm going to cover some more track as we go. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in with Noah first and foremost, man. Congratulations to him on his 6th Diamond League championship total. The Tez Down said ESPN and NBC has the best track coverage. I'd have to agree. Yeah, track definitely needed this, man. But yeah, that's that on Noah Lyles. I was hoping more of the guys was going to be in here because the second topic I have under Classic Code Sports is the Chat 333 fantasy draft. So we are in fantasy football draft season, ladies and gentlemen. It's very exciting for the people that participate in fantasy. I am a commissioner and have been a commissioner of fantasy leagues for about 10 years now, or maybe a little bit longer. And I run 2 leagues and now 3 because we have the Chat 333 fantasy league. The league is full. We are at 10 teams. The league is full. We got some of the biggest Chat 333 members in the league. We got Tez in there. We got Souls of Thought in there. We got Joe Jett in there. I'm in the league. Who else? Lisa was in on the commentary yesterday. She's participating in the league. Who else is in the league? We got some of the biggest Chat 333 members in the league. You know what I mean? And so I think it's going to be fun. I think that the guys are really going to appreciate the format of my fantasy football league. My league is, I know there's people who do individual defensive players. I've yet to see a league that's set up like mine. It's second to none. Everyone that has participated in my fantasy leagues, they love it. Whether or not it's their absolute favorite, I don't want to speak on other people's behalves, but there's very few people that participate in my fantasy. Actually, there's nobody. I haven't had anybody over the 10 to 12 years I've been doing fantasy football leagues. I haven't had anybody participate in my fantasy football league and just do 1 year and done. Nobody. People always come back for multiple seasons. So that's how it even ended up being 2 leagues in the first place. Because, you know, you got some people that may take a year off and I always grandfather people in. You know what I mean? And so you end up having more guys than you need. I always keep my league at 12 teams or less. I think we went to 14 once, but I don't like depleted rosters, right? Football is 100% injury sport as is. You know what I mean? And I don't like depleted rosters. So I like for free agency to have some nuggets in it. You know, I like for there still to be some availability for the general managers of their fantasy teams to be general managers. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give away all the sauce on how my fantasy league is set up. The people that are in my league know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell everybody on here how my leagues are set up because shit, I need to find a way to monetize it. You feel me? My format. I need to find a way to monetize my format. You feel me? Pardon me, chat. Had to wet my whistle. But listen, this Sunday is our draft. We will be drafting this Sunday. I'm thinking about streaming the draft. What y'all think, chat? Y'all think I should stream my draft with chat 333? I'm thinking about streaming the draft. I just don't want it to distract me. So maybe I'll do like a test run, do like a mock draft as if I'm streaming and do it in like a pre-recorded atmosphere and just see how it is. And I just don't want to be distracted because we got some heavy hitters. Uncle Plug is in the league. I forgot to say Uncle Plug TV in the league. We got some folk. What Tez down say? He said Noah no show to get the attention the sport needs. We haven't had it since Michael Johnson, and this is the first time in my entire life that people have been paying attention when it's not the Olympics. Yeah, Noah's definitely useful to track. Tez, how you feel about this draft coming up, man? Did you go into the Yahoo and look at the format? Did you go in and look at the scoring for the league? You know we drafted on Sunday, dog. I know you know, but I'm saying, did you go in and look at it? How you feel about the format? I don't want your draft strategy, but did you come up with it? He said, yes, I have. I have the updates on, and yes, sir, I have. Okay. I know he said he played in the league, but yeah, we got individual defensive players. We got the layout is set, man. It's for people that's really into this football thing for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. My fantasy football team is not my fantasy football league is not for set it and forget it type of people. It's for people with attention to detail. The teams that are going to be the final four in the league when it all said and done is going to be the ones that paid the most attention all year. Not missing that waiver claim. You know, doing their research and recognizing this diamond in the rough. Properly setting their draft boards to give themselves an opportunity to even have a good enough team to get out. Some people smoke in fantasy football. Some people smoke their chances in the dough just from the draft. They just don't draft a good enough team to get out. Like you don't have enough resources. Ain't enough in the magazine. Like when it's all said and done, your team could come have their best day, and my team could come have a mid day, and we gonna get you. That's how it be sometimes. You know, I think we've all seen some teams have trash drafts, and we've also seen teams have injuries just ruin their team. I definitely have had teams like that where everybody get hurt. I feel like last year, even though in one of my leagues I made it to the semifinals, in the other league, both leagues I made it to the semifinals. But I was plagued by injuries bad in my fantasy teams last year in both of my leagues. And so it still went kind of far, but that's because I put the attention to detail. You know what I mean? I was able to get some waiver claims and keep fighting, but it was definitely an uphill battle. The teams at the top of the league were strong, man. So, you know, I was hoping more of the guys was going to be in here at this time, but, you know, I know what it is. It's Friday. Everything get different on Friday. So I know it ain't too much chatter about it, but yeah, man, this Sunday I'm thinking about streaming the Chat 333 fantasy football draft. Y'all let me know on the rewatch if y'all feel like that's something y'all will want to see. You know, watch me draft my team, you know, top to bottom, watch everybody else. You know, I'll be commentating what picks everybody is making. You know what I mean? And we can see who we think we could put in early predictions on who we feel like is going to take control of the league. The first ever Chat 333 fantasy football champion. Who's going to be the first champion?
Classic.
I'm betting on me, chat. I'm betting on me. But yeah, that's it on the Chat 333 fantasy football draft coming up this Sunday. We're going to get it in. All right, let's move into the show, chat. Let's move into the show. We got a reaction video. We heading over to Anton Daniels. He actually sat down with Charleston White, Uncle Charleston. And, you know, Anton being a polarizing and dope internet figure, in the content creation space, and Charleston being, you know, just the same in the content creation space. These two sitting down together definitely gonna make for entertainment at the bare minimum. But I think there should be some fireworks here. I don't know how much of this I'm going to react to. We just gonna flow. We just gonna flow. All right, let's get it, chat.
Or all of this other type of stuff.
Somebody did get to me. There was a real gangster who's in this book. You actually had Tegan on here.
Yeah.
A real FBI, a guy, a white guy he's the new Donnie Brasco of today. It was one white guy who worked for a gang unit. He went inside of a neighborhood and arrested over 50-some gangster Crips by himself, playing a blood, dressed in a red uniform, and arrested all Crips by himself. He bought crack from the ones that sold 20s all the way up to the ones that sold keys.
Right.
He beat up a few of them, went undercover. He didn't have no money, and he did this with $1,500 to the FBI got on the case. Once the FBI got on the case, he was able to go full undercover and got these guys. Well, this is around the time Facebook came with the Facebook Live. So this guy was somebody we all looked up to. Guy by the name of Kevin Spencer. We all looked up to him. He was the epitome, like how Young Thug is.
Yep.
He was that in our city, the baddest nigga ever. So once he snitched on his Woody. He snitched on his Woody. He snitched on his Woody. But he told everybody, can't nobody beat me up, nigga. So I'm gonna come back to the city. I ain't going in witness protection. So Tegan wrote the book.
Yeah.
I read the book. Tegan wrote the book. So while I'm reading the book, I'm also working in the community with some of the kids that Tegan got and the mothers in this book. I meet one of the mothers, a lady by the name of Miss Nikki. Her son catch a robbery case. I help him get out of the robbery case. She tell me how Tegan helped her get out of his life, helped her son. So I'm saying, man, this white boy is really a hero.
Yeah.
He don't want the book to go to the movies because he don't want to look like a white savior. You know what I'm saying? Why would you be? Because racism. I'm saying, why would a white boy be feeling it about him? So after he arrests all these black kids father, he went to the Fort Worth Police Department and said, hey, man, while I was working undercover, I saw this in the homes. I saw it in the house. A lot of you guys have to do this. We need to come up with program. They said, man, great job. Why you want to help these motherfuckers? You're a decorated cop. He quit working for the police department and put all his resources in this book to build a program for black kids in the same neighborhood that he arrested daddies at.
Yeah.
So nigga, now I'm working with these same kids. So this nigga attacked me because of this.
Yo, that's deep though. That's deep. So an ex-cop stop being a cop, go to the community and start a program to help the children of the fathers he arrested. Is that what is that? Is that karmic retribution? What is that, chat? That's a lot there. Let's go.
But the black community is cheering him on. He was a gangster killer. All the niggas in the neighborhood scared to call him a snitch. I publicly call him a snitch. So nigga, who won't nobody publicly say, man, Kevin Spencer is a snitch. All the niggas still hit his G's and his C's. Twisted Black, the famous rapper, came home, hugged him, and made a song about him snitching. But he'll beat you up if you say this. So he catch me at the barbershop. They set me up because I'm the only man in my city, the community activist, who would say, man, kids, this is the gangster nigga, y'all, he snitched, so y'all tell too. He still get his C's. He still get his G's hit. Why y'all let these niggas tell too, nigga? That's why he attacked me in the barbershop. But you got the black community clapping. But they saying I'm wrong for snitching. So when Woody come home, they clap for Woody. Oh, Woody's so loving, but this nigga done killed a bunch of people. Just 10.
Hey, ain't that crazy? The amount of dysfunction involved. Ted said, I like it. It's unique. It'll be fun. How he talking about the fantasy league. Souls of Thought. What up, my boy? He said, give me like 10 minutes walking over the lanes here in Vegas. 333. Oh, man, I hope you roll a 300 today. Take your time, my boy. We here. Let's go.
Years ago, the FBI said he's the most dangerous man in Atlanta. And they clapping for him. But I'm the bad guy for wanting to tell on these kind of guys.
Yeah.
So now Young Thug done come out snitching. Young Thug got a video. in the interrogation room for 2 hours, having dialogue with the police about crimes and criminals, but he don't want to work with Gunner. Come on, homie, look at the hypocrisy. So, nigga, God made me the sacrificial lamb. That's why I have gotten this far, because I have been attacking evil. They've been saying I've been evil, but that's why God won't let nothing happen to me, because though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. I've been speaking against evil, my nigga.
Come on now. I got that tatted right here, chat. I got that tatted right here. That ain't nothing but Psalms 23:4. That's Psalms 23:4. Yeah. I will fear. Hey, come on now. Uncle Charleston cooking, man. I gotta let him do his thing. He
Classic.
I'll appreciate you tapping in from Twitch. What up? Janet Carson, what's going on? Welcome to chat 333. We sure appreciate you. Gratitude. Just tapped in from Twitch. Says she just followed. Oh my God, I appreciate it so much. So much. Let's get it. We moving on up, chat. We moving on up. Let's get it.
But who go hurt if somebody speaking against evil? They preach evil. They go commit crimes and put it on songs. That's how they were able to give them. And they use the songs against them. So nigga Boosie killed 9 people, went to trial for 5. Used a 16-year-old to kill 5 people, and this kid didn't make over $50,000. He paid $2,000 per hit. And people saying God on his side. You're a damn lie when he got a 15-year-old doing life in prison. And by the way, I helped work on that law to try to get this kid out. It's called JLWOP, juvenile life without parole. I went to Washington, D.C. over 4 or 5 times. We got it abolished, but you know what? They didn't make it retroactive for the boy Boosie used. So that's why this is personal to me, nigga. I ain't got to explain that to y'all. Why?
Come on, man. Come on. Listen, he's not lying. We've been trained to love the worst of us, chat. We've been trained to love the worst of us. The man just gave out fact-based information that I'm sure all of us could take some time to research. And so it's one of those things where you got to sit back and reflect for yourself. Damn. Am I sitting here praying for Boosie? Am I screaming free Boosie? Am I one of them? Do I love the worst of us? Does somebody's ability to make, booty shaking music or be rhythmic over an 808 beat, disregard or create a reason for us to disregard the lack of character? The lyrics of that music, is it something that you want your children to grow up on? Are his lyrics full of psalms and proverbs? This ain't an attack on Boosie. This the culture we talking about now. It's a little bit bigger than that, right? So this ain't an attack on Boosie, but we've been trained to love the worst of us. I love when Charleston get in this bag, man. I really do. Janet says you be playing games or just into talk shows and podcasts. I do a few different things. I got segments on my show. Stay tapped in with me. You'll see we going through segments. Right now, we on the reaction video portion of the show, and then we'll move into the question of the day. I do chat Q&A where, it's up to y'all. I also drop the link and let people come on, and talk to me and ask questions or whatever. So you'll see, just stay tapped in. But we appreciate you tapping in from Twitch. Let all your people know about the show, too. Everybody come subscribe, for sure. Welcome to chat 333.
Classic.
She said, I bet. Yup.
I ain't picking on Boosie because I fight to get Marlo Mike out, nigga. He'll die in there as a baby. Nigga was 15 years old with 9 bodies. He went to go tell because he couldn't sleep at night. Boosie sleep good at night because he didn't pull the trigger. That baby can't sleep, nigga. Why you throwing your pool party? That baby had 9 bodies, nigga, at 15 years old. And he committed them all. He had to get it out of his heart, my nigga. That's why he went to the police and told. Can't sleep.
Hey, Charleston White gonna be viral forever. You hear me? When you not afraid to be a little more animated, and I believe this is real passion. I don't think he's doing this for the camera, but it could be a bit of an exaggeration of who he would naturally be if he was talking about this. But he comes off as, fairly, as authentic as you're going to get out of a content creation space. You know what I mean? And so there's some real stuff he's saying, though. We exalt Boosie in a lot of different ways for his ability to be entertainment, to shuck and jive for us. But, being out here in the streets and paying children to commit these types of things. And, how much grace do y'all have for this? Let's go.
Sleep at night, nigga. You done killed 9 people and you can't tell nobody about it? And you a baby? He was a baby. And y'all got more mercy for Boosie. And this nigga still rap about what I'm being on death row. And he cried. He was in protective custody. Ask Eric Brown, who was in Angola with him. And look, he's solid. Bit Boosie a hoe. That's why I want to get him in the boxing ring and punch on his diabetic jaw. Bitch ass nigga.
Y'all notice this grown man said he want to get Boosie in the boxing ring and punch on his jaw. He ain't say he wanted to catch him slipping and put that switch on him and make him Swiss cheese. He ain't say none of that. Janet said, what type of videos you be reacting to? Let folks know in the comments. Oh, for sure. Y'all can send me videos to react to too. Follow me at the Classic Codes on TikTok and follow me at the Classic Codes on Instagram. And y'all can send me stuff to react to as well. You know, I love when the chat get involved. This is an interactive platform. We appreciate you, Janet, for sure.
He even said in the song, he the top 5. He done misled more juveniles in America than Tupac. Boosie should be sentenced to the higher end of the maximum sentencing guideline. You know why? Because he talked that street shit. Let's see if he can stand that street shit. Because his background take him to that USP he was talking about. They gonna go back when he ran away from home at 12 years old. See, I done been in federal court when they say, oh, you ran away at home at 12. At 13, I don't know what that's about. You pull a gun out on somebody when you were 14. Oh, it was a BB gun, but that's still serious. I watched a federal judge walk a nigga from decisions he made when he was 12 to 24 and took him to 30 years, nigga. Let's see if Boosie can stand up under that, nigga. Let's see if Boosie can stand up under that.
Classic.
Nigga, take him to the high sentencing end of the guideline and see if this bitch don't fold.
I'm only gonna do this once.
He ain't been tested. That nigga just talking. That nigga been tested. How can you give a man life, 2 life sentences, and he still go down there and make right choices? Most niggas go down there doing wrong with 2 lives. They give up, nigga. How you still have hope? Let's see if Boosie that strong. That nigga strong. Niggas just be talking, nigga. They don't make rap songs about niggas like him. They don't make rap because niggas like him don't rap. They don't get a chance to rap, nigga.
So maybe the culture is changing now. Maybe they're celebrating the people that's selling now, right?
I think I made telling cool. Because telling always been cool.
I think so.
If you can fight, telling really cool. Shit, if you can fight, telling cool. Don't be a nigga that can break a nigga jaw. Or have a reputation like Woody, known for shooting that pistol, and you act like you might still go back to shoot that pistol. Nigga, you can tell every time you go.
Yeah. Let me catch up on some of these comments. That's true though. Souls of Thought said this will be. He said this will be epic interview. Hate you covering it already. You know I can't waste no time, brother. You know I can't waste no time. Janice said let's connect. I don't know what DC is. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I got Instagram and TikTok though. But yeah, let's go. Let's see what else they talking about on here, man. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on this and then we're gonna move it to the rest of the show.
Shout out to Gator. Nigga done been 3-4 times. Nigga come back still. Yeah, shout out to that nigga Gator from the north side.
What about Steven Jackson, right? He's recently brought you up and he's been speaking on you. I don't know why he's been speaking on you.
Steven's a wannabe, man.
Yeah, you know what?
He's a wannabe trying to be.
Oh,
see, you got in the black community, you got men and you got males. You got males that's adult that don't know how to be men. You got men and males. Then you got OG niggas. Then you got street niggas. Then you got juvenile delinquents. Then you got the YNs. You got square niggas. But then there's a group of niggas that I like to refer to as has-been niggas. Michael Jordan is a has-been nigga. Tiger Woods, has-been. You know, once was great, has-been. He retired, you put his jersey up. Then you got a used-to-be nigga. The used-to-be nigga is the nigga I don't like. He used to be something, and he's still trying to remind you of what he used to be, but he ain't that today. Used to be ass nigga. Talk about when he used to have money. When we used to, nigga, but you can't do it today, nigga. So shut up.
Yeah. Talk.
Classic.
I gotta get a Discord. Everybody be talking about Discord. I ain't on there. I'm slow to the party. By the way, you be on YouTube, ain't seeing nothing in the bio. Okay, I don't know if my bio update is my bio updated, chat. She said Discord. I'm gonna have to get on Discord. I ain't on there. I be hearing people talk about Discord. Is something to that? Is cracking on Discord? Y'all let me know, chat. Put me on something. 333 in the chat if Discord juking. Let me know something, man. I need to get a chat. Classic. We need a Classic Codes Discord.
Then you got a wannabe nigga. That's what Steven Jackson was. See, Steven Jackson is what I was when I was a little boy. A wannabe nigga. I grew up in the suburbs. Nigga, in the 3rd grade, I had my own room, my own phone line, and I had a bunk bed, and I had a Nerf tennis ball with the, you can shoot the basketball in your room, and I had an Atari, nigga, to myself. Nigga, I was considered rich back then.
Yeah.
So, nigga, I don't know what it's like to grow up in the project, but I watched it on TV when I went over my cousin in house in the ghetto on the weekend. I got to stay Friday, Saturday, come home late Sunday. I get to see all kind of shit kids in my community don't get to see because their parents is unsupervising them. So I take these negative elements back to my suburban neighborhood, and I play with kids who hadn't saw this, and now I'm trying to hunch and fuck because I done seen my big cousin getting his dick sucked.
Hey, listen, it was so much of that in the suburbs.
Classic.
Hey, when I moved from the city and moved to the suburbs, and I seen the amount of suburban kids born, they parents be from the city, but they born and raised in the suburbs, and they want to be city so bad.
Classic.
I'm talking about mugs claiming they auntie address. Oh, it's a big thing in Chicago where I'm from. Mugs claiming they auntie address. Talking about how they be at their granny house every weekend. They really from over here, over there. Man, your ass from off Briar Cliff. yo ass. Hey, what'd you say? 333 is you Discord said my message is getting to you hella late. What's up with that? No, they're not getting to me late. I'm seeing them. But we got a show to run. Let me see. Hey, but Charleston, he kicking some real talk in the what'd he say? The not the has been, but the used to be, the person that used to be something, but they keep trying to remind you of what they used to be, but they not that no more. Yeah, I had to go in on some people on the platform I ain't on no more. The Facebook platform. I don't be on Facebook at all. But look, when I used to be on there, I got into it with some people from back around the way because they back where I'm from, people stuck in a time a time bubble. Everybody grown as hell, got kids, families, all type of shit, still living in high school. And somebody was trying to debate with me about some shit from back in the day, and I was like, "What you gonna do now?" Like, forget what you used to do in high school. We grown as hell. What can you do today? You understand what I'm saying?
Classic.
I'm talking about. Everybody want to live through their old sports memories. Ooh, I used to be able to be able to cross over like this and do like that. Like, fam, you're not even 40 years old. Why you can't cross over no more? When is the last time you broke into a full sprint? I'm with Charleston White. I can't stand the old yesteryear ass nigga.
Classic.
I can't stand it, folks. Like, why you ain't keeping up? Why you lose it because you ain't use it? I don't want to talk about yesterday. Lace them up today. Come on, man. No, yeah, we're gonna get into it. This all tie into what we're gonna talk about a little later. We're gonna stay on this for like 5 more minutes, chat, then we're gonna move.
So now I'm trying to see, do they suck dick over here? So they don't suck dick over here, but I'm introducing it. So nigga, that's how kids learn shit. I'm hearing music. Hey, we want some. So I'm learning this here, and niggas stealing the tape and bringing it over here, and we listening to it after school. You see what I'm saying? So this is why white people didn't want their kids going to school with black kids. Hell no, don't let them niggas come across the railroad track. So I understand. So it's a reason why your parents don't want you playing with certain kind of kids, because this kid is being exposed to some shit. I wasn't being exposed over here until I went to my aunties and my cousins in them houses. And I bring that shit over here because children are not supposed to see it, hear it, nor speak it. So nigga, I was a wannabe. So by the time the culture and by the time black entertainment and black culture started propagating this shit, homie, you got to think. Nigga, I'm 8, 9 years old. Our mothers are blue-collar workers. Our daddies are blue-collar workers. Our uncles are hustlers. And we all at home waiting for them to come off work with all our necessities and needs met. And we got MTV. We got a VCR. So you gotta remember, homie, when I'm born into the world, nigga, Superfly in the Mac is like Dr. King and Malcolm X in the black entertainment world. These movies are propagated and projected. So to hear a nigga say, shut up, bitch, and she'll get slapped like a woman gets slapped in the movie, that ain't unusual.
Right.
Bitch, you better shut up. So nigga in school, guess what we doing? Shut up. We remember that shit in elementary. I already backhanding the bitch in the mouth. So we learned this in elementary. Nigga, we watching, you know, nigga, I watched the Mac, the movie, nigga, probably 50 times, nigga, before I learned my math tables. I can recite that shit. Nigga, and when Goldie said, nigga, I'm gonna have motherfuckers talking about me like they talk about Jesus, nigga, that was my line.
Yeah. See, that's the power of propaganda. That's the power of propaganda for sure, chat. That is definitely the power of it, because you know, when you say I could recite that and it's that type of toxic behavior or a projection of what was normal back then, put it like that, and that's something that you see and understand before you even know your fundamental math, that lets you know that social engineering is very effective. It lets you know that a lot of things are propaganda, are propagated, like he said. And that's why it's important for people to be enlightened. That's why we come on the Classic Codes and we talk about these things, so that people who have their eyes closed or still got the veil in front of their face, they can remove it.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
If you understand that somebody consciously trying to program you, then you could fight off the plot, right? But if you're not in the know, if you still living in la la land, if you still operating out of ignorance, then it's nothing for the puppeteers to keep pulling strings on you. You know what I mean? This young dude, this young man know more about flinching at a female than he does about counting to 10. That's a problem. And that's why they call it television programming. You know what I mean? Shit been working like a charm since they dropped it. But listen, it's a lot of meat left on the bone in regards to this interview. And I'm probably going to come back to this a few more times, but I do want to get into the rest of the segments of the show. But this was just a little bit of Charleston and Anton, really Charleston, talking about the conditioning that you receive on your way up and how people become the versions of themselves that we see so regularly, that are poor representations of the people who look like us. So yeah, man, it's a dope interview, and I'm sure we'll be back on it on panels and everything else pretty soon. Shout out to Anton Daniels too. Make sure everybody tap in with Anton Daniels and subscribe to all 3 of his channels, man. He a dope content creator for sure. Yes, Lord. All right, we finna move into the question of the day, chat. Drop it 333 if you still with me, chat. How everybody feeling? I know a lot of y'all on the move. It's Friday out here. What time zone? Where you from, Janet? Appreciate you being active in the chat. Where you from? What time zone you in? Janet said you streaming every day, or it just depends on how you feel. No, I stream every day. You'll see. You here. You just gotta lay back, Janet. You know, stay in the chat, talk to me about the subjects at hand. You know, we gonna interact. It's an interactive platform. But yeah, I stream every day. I drop a lot of content, so definitely tap in with me on YouTube too. And you said, by the way, since how long have you been streaming? I've been streaming for some months. You should try to upgrade a channel a little bit. Tap in with me. Definitely come to my YouTube. I mean, make it pop a little. You know, folks love stream that catch the eye for real. Nah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not an IRL streamer. I actually run my show more. Oh, you in Texas? Okay, we got a lot of people in the chat that's from Texas. You'll see when they file in. For sure. I got family in Texas. That's what's up. It's 2:48 p.m. Yeah, same time zone. For sure. Shout out to everybody on Central Time. All right, chat, we moving into the question of the day. The question of the day: how much does fitness impact relations? How much does fitness impact relations is the question of the day. The reason why we talking about this, I feel like, is because, you know, sometimes in conversations, and we've seen it on different platforms. I think Uncle Plug and Norris actually just covered something on No Middleman. No. It was Uncle Plug, Soft Rain, and Souls of Thought. They just covered it on the No Middleman panel. Make sure y'all tap in with them if y'all have not. But on the No Middleman panel, they definitely just covered some plus size sisters that were referring to their dating experiences and the types of dates that they will and will not accept, and this, that, and the third. And they were definitely talking about how they got this together in their lives, and they got that together in their lives, and they can afford this for themselves, and they got this going for themselves, and this, that, and the third. But both of them clearly were depictions of people who, for whatever reason, have been disregarding their physical health for an extended period of time, because that's how you end up being overweight or obese. I know I once upon a time got close to being 270 pounds. I'm 6'2". Some people say I wore it well, but I was big as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing a 44 in the jeans. And so this question of the day, make sure y'all chime in on it. Make sure y'all chime in on it, chat, in regards to how much does fitness impact relations? Because I could say there's a huge difference from a male POV. Me, I'm like I said, I'm 6'2", generally walk around in an athletic frame. So that garners a certain level of attention from a certain aesthetically pleasing type of woman. When I was out of shape and neglecting my physical health and, eating crazy and stuff like that, I always been active, but I was out eating my activity for sure at that point in time. And when that was going on, I could definitely say from my own personal POV that it impacted my choices inside of the dating market for sure. For sure. So being a person who lived most of their life fit, went through a window of time being unfit, and then sliding back into a window of time where, or sliding back into being fit again, I can definitely tell a huge difference in who I'm interested in and who's interested in me. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, I think it has an impact. I think it's something that from a male side, we get told about it, right? Like females have no problem, quote unquote, hurting a man's feelings. They'll tell you too short. You not my type. Woo. Jay Zilla in the chat, 333. Shout out Jay Zilla. What's good, my boy? But yeah, man. So y'all let me know. Have y'all been in a situation where fitness has impacted your relationships or impacted your experience in the dating market altogether? Souls of Thought said, I've been there too, trying to get back to my low too. Souls, can you say from being a person who spent most of your time, I'm assuming, being fairly fit and then having a window of time where you feel like you less fit? Like, do you feel like it's had any impact on I know you probably got something steady going on, but you feel like there's a difference in your marketplace value? It improves every aspect of your life. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, I think that it definitely does. I tell people all the time, a lot of the beginning of your self-improvement journey is in the gym. And most people don't get it until they really lock in and get like some consistent fitness habits. And it don't necessarily mean get a gym membership somewhere and go to a gym. You could have a home gym. You could be a person that you could be a class type person. Like there's people who faithfully do Zumba, faithfully do step aerobics. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go get a gym membership, but fitness habits, like the beginning of self-improvement, is definitely inside of like some type of a fitness regimen or routine. It just changes everything. Souls of Thought said, I was wanted as a biggie and became a celebrity at Tupac size. LOL. I feel that. You said I was wanted as a biggie and became a celebrity at Tupac size. Funny as hell. I like the analogy. Classic. Yeah, I could say it impacted my options for sure. Like being athletic, I was used to like I just use ratings. So women on a 1 through 10. Being athletic, I was accustomed to females like 7, 8, 9 to 10. Being the ones in the room that's looking at me and the ones in the room that I'm looking at. You feel me? Now, when I put on, you feel me, 60, 65 pounds, you feel me? All of a sudden, the 4s, the 3s, the 5s, they start feeling like they could try their luck with me. It to the point where I had to start looking at myself like, why she feel like shit? Am I bogus? You know what I'm saying? I had to look at myself, but ultimately that's not what made me snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? But still, just, you know, hindsight is 2020. It definitely changed the options for sure. Souls of Thought said literally New Mexico had me and my boy on the most wanted list. Oh yeah, you was moving and grooving, boy.
Classic.
You was moving and grooving. We ain't gonna turn it into a body count conversation, Souls. Jay Zilla said, I hate to give advice and getting fitness advice from my unfit friends, family, or strangers. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's always interesting, right? When somebody that's a big back trying to tell you about counting calories and shit, it's always very interesting. But you know, the thing about fitness and stuff like that, I just understand life. You know what I mean? Life is a journey. And so sometimes you fall inside of windows of time. You fall inside of windows of time where it may, you know what I mean? You may on your journey when you fucking 65, 70 years old, 80 years old, and you looking back through you filtering back mentally through the decades and telling stories to your grandbabies and your great grandbabies, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to look back at a 5-year window when you was like big, or a 10-year window where you was big. And then you look at the grand scheme of things where the most of your life you was operating at a fair or relatively healthy, you know, size, weight, and BMI. You know what I'm saying? So it's a journey. I really don't judge people for their physical, you know, presentation at the present time. I think where I would begin to judge a person, because I'm honest, I don't act like I don't judge. I think that's the most disingenuous thing a person could say is I don't judge. So I'm not going to say I don't judge, but I will say, like, if we having conversation and a lot of your conversation is filled with excuses, a lot of your conversation is filled with, you know, BS talk, you know, fluff, etc. If I hear that you talk and you speak a failure language, so instead of saying I'm going to, you say shit like I'ma try, you say shit like I'ma see, instead of I am, I will, I am about to. You know, when you speak like that, those are the words of people who lock in, commit to things, and they really nail down on what it is that they own. And then you got the situation where, you know, you got the people who are procrastinators for multitude of different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Multitude of different reasons. So as a thought said, all advice is good advice, Jay, as long as you've seen it once worked out for them. That's a fact too. You got to be able to have some example in your head of this, you know, this working. Like I said, reverse engineer the success. So as a thought said, we are battling the food market now. Juiced. Facts. Talk about it. Got to get a juicer if you ain't got one. Smart investment. Jay Zilla said fakes soul. We have some more comments. Yeah, Janet said you should I'll tap in with you. I gotta get a Discord. I don't even have Discord, but I gotta get one. I'll tap in with you, Janet. I appreciate you. But yeah, man. So yeah, the question of the day on how much does fitness impact relationships? I think it impacts relationships positively and negatively. Like, how many relationships do you see where, you know, a man don't want to tell his woman that he don't like the fact that she put on 30 pounds over the past, you know, 6 or 7 years? How do we tell her that? You know what I'm saying? For one, I don't see why dudes have a problem saying that. Because she'll tell you, listen, like I said, females don't have no problem hurting a man's feelings. Y'all got to stop being so nice. I'll tell a chick, hey, it's time. That treadmill calling. It's time. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We not, listen, I come from a big backed family. We not doing that. We breaking generational curses. I'll tell a chick in a heartbeat, it's time. Straight up. Because sometimes people get in relationships, they get serious, and then they get comfortable. What they call it, relationship weight. No. Y'all ass better go lift some relationship weights. Fuck you talking about? Go take some relationship walks. Make part of y'all dating and bonding experience habitual hiking. Like, we not doing that. You know what I mean? And if we look up one day and we done got comfortable together and we both put on 30, well, then by golly, we're gonna shake hands and walk our asses to the gym and get that 30 off. We should still look at each other and lust.
Classic.
We should still lust. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up though. Like, somebody will get comfortable and they love your dirty draws and all that. So there's like, are they really gonna leave you for putting on a 30 or a 40 piece? Maybe, maybe not. But do they lust the same way when you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, your woman, I'm telling you, fellas, your woman lusts for you different when you just did that 100 push-ups before you got in the shower, and then you get out the shower and you come out and you got that towel on, you got the water coming off you, and you got a little pump going, and your muscles and your definition together a little bit, you gonna win. You gonna win. Now you get out of there, you get out the tub stomach first and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, shit don't even come to mind for her. Her shit not, her pelvis not tingling none.
Classic.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Jay Zilla said, you need that fitness, LA. Jay Zilla also said, women on the panel. What you mean, women on the panel? I mean, it's men too. It's both. This ain't no gender specific thing. I think that fitness impacts relationships in general, and I think it's one of those things because and it should be taboo to talk about. We all know people like having conversations that they comfortable in, and in America we have an obesity problem. Like Soul said, we fighting against the food industry, so we have a serious obesity problem in our country. So if the majority of people are overweight or obese, then it is hard to sit in a room and have this conversation because people get uncomfortable, you know? But like I tell y'all all the time, I don't come on here every day to make y'all comfortable. We come on here to be solution-based, you know what I mean? So we got to tackle this shit. And I feel like I got a rite of passage because I let go, got out of pocket, and went through the process, which requires discipline, delayed gratification, and I got myself back down. And I'm still working to get all the way back right. Shit, I just had a whole surgery I'm recovering from. So definitely put on weight sitting still for fucking 2 months. So yeah, man, you know what I mean? We got goals, we got missions, but I think what's sexiest is just having fitness habits. That's the most sexy thing, having fitness habits. If I met a woman that is attractive to me, but she a little overweight, but when we get to having some conversation, I learn that she now goes to the gym 4 days a week. Gee, it's no longer a deal breaker. Like that extra BMI is no longer a deal breaker. You've integrated fitness into your lifestyle. You're not doing something that's like a 6-week challenge. You're not doing some temporary bullshit like, oh, I'm training to do the marathon, the half marathon this year. Cause it's like, look, when I hear shit like that, that's red flaggy. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, okay, you training to do the marathon. That's cool. So I see that you have the ability to lock in, but once you complete the half marathon and that's over with, do you continue doing what you doing? Or is it go back to, you know what I'm saying, being fluffy and shit? So, you know, it's definitely something that I think could be, a conversation piece on more panels for sure. And I think we'll come back to it as a group. I would love to hear the Queen's Code panel talk about this. I would love to hear the Men's Minute panel talk about this. And I would love to hear the No Minute Man panel talk about this. You know what I mean? Damn, I'm just listing off panels. We must be working around this motherfucker.
Classic.
Yeah, we must be working, man.
I'm only gonna do this once.
For sure. Jay Zilla says she talks cash crap about fitness. Who you talking about, Jay Zilla? But yeah, man, that's it on the question of the day in regards to how much does fitness impact relationship. All right, we moving into the TikTok reaction video for the day. And this one is called Take Me As I Am. You guys will see why in just a minute. Yes, Lord. Hold on. Let me get this pulled in, chat. 333 if you still with me, chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. It's a slow Friday in the chat, man. Y'all kind of quiet today. I ain't gonna lie. It's okay, though. Y'all know I pull up every day ready to go one on nobody. When it's quiet in the chat, I know. When it's quiet in the chat, I know it's because y'all moving around. And so y'all can't probably really comment, but that's okay. We'll treat it like the radio then. There's nothing to it, but I'm here for y'all. So Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got it pulled up. I know how to say it. Here we go. All right, so this one is called Take Me As I Am. I haven't watched the full thing. I just heard like the first 10 seconds and I was like, oh yeah, we got to do it. So let's get to it.
100% me. I'm going to be unapologetically 100% me. I'm loud. I talk my shit. I speak my mind. And if you don't like that, then you're not for me.
But I think that this specific prompt goes back to the original prompt. Men who prefer to date women outside of their race. I believe that it's not really a race thing, it's a class thing. And I honestly believe that if I'm a Black woman and you already view me as a stereotypical Black woman, loud, disrespectful, I don't respect Black men. If you view me as that way, on top of me being successful, see, I don't have to be more successful than you. Sometimes men, specifically Black men, believe that you don't need to have so much confidence in yourself. I feel like you are competing with me.
Yes.
Man, what is they talking about? This about to get good, chat. This is very inflammatory. Janet wanted some entertainment. By golly, she's about to get it. I promise you that.
Classic.
Oh, yeah. I disagree with everything they've said so far, and we're only 30 seconds in, chat.
Natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out.
I disagree with every freaking word. We're gonna take this from we gonna take it from here, and then we're gonna start it from the top. I need to dissect these broads right here. Yeah. I come punch smoke today. Yeah. Boop.
My success does not revolve around your success. Yes. We should want to be successful together, which leads back to that specific detail about creating a healthy relationship, a healthy Black successful relationship. And I believe that Black men view women who are very confident. I'm very confident in myself. I don't disrespect you. I respect you so much, but I respect myself more. And I think that men have a hard time toting that line of keeping my masculinity and upraising your femininity.
I think there's definitely some validity in that. I think however people decide to arrange like their marriage and their relationships, I think it's totally up to them. Like whatever roles you choose, that's up to you. If that works, if it's healthy, you should do that.
I'm going to be unapologetically 100.
Okay. So at the end, he wanted to simp and shit. Let's take this from the top, chat. Y'all make sure y'all dump in the chat, react to this. This is called Take Me As I Am. Let's start with the first woman, and then we're going to work woman by woman, and we're going to have some intervention.
I'm going to be unapologetically 100% me. I'm loud. I talk my shit. I speak my mind. And if you don't like that, then you're not for me.
All right. So listen, nobody's for you. Okay? Nobody's for you. Newsflash.
Classic.
Nobody's for you.
I'm only gonna do this once.
No, you're nobody's type. She's nobody's type. Everybody, listen, it's only a few of us in the chat. Hey, fellas, if she your type, if the way she just described herself is your type, drop a 666.
I'm gonna be unapologetically 100% me. I'm loud. I talk my shit. I speak my mind. And if you don't like that, then you're not for me.
She is nobody's type. You have to let them crash out. When they on a crash course, when they on a crash mission, let them crash.
Yeah.
Let them crash, chat. She says she's unapologetically her. Okay, as you should be. Who are you? Well, I'm loud. I talk shit. And if you don't like it, you ain't for me. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. Have a good day.
Classic.
You think about it. Think about it. As a man, when you go to kneel down, well, I would never personally kneel down to a woman. We could kneel down together, or I could kneel on one knee, she could kneel on two. It's gonna be some submission if I ever propose to a woman. It ain't gonna be no me. None. I don't like the truth. I don't like it. Anyway, that's a different conversation. But if I'm ever proposing to a woman, it's not gonna be somebody who is loud, unapologetically loud, pop her shit and overly speak her mind. First off, everything that come to your mind don't need to be said out loud.
Classic.
That's fundamental for all of us. That's fundamental for all of us. So everything that come to your mind don't need to be said out loud. But on top of that, you talking about how loud you is and how much shit you popping. You know what I mean? And who's signing up for life with that. So, you know, she'll be single. And she, you know, she don't care, and she, you know, and that's okay.
But I think that this specific prompt goes back to the original prompt. Men who prefer to date women outside of their race. I believe that it's not really a race thing, it's a class thing. And I honestly believe that if I'm a Black woman and you already view me as a stereotypical Black woman, loud, disrespectful, I don't respect Black men. If you view me as that way, on top of me being successful, see, I don't have to be more successful than you. Sometimes men, specifically Black men, believe that you don't need to have so much confidence in yourself. I feel like you are competing with me.
Yeah.
She's where? No. She's talking about some yes. No, fuck is you talking about? Where'd you get that from?
Classic.
Where'd you get that from? Say the men you've encountered. Say the Black men that you like. Say that. Don't say the kind that you like. Say the ones that you chose. Say the ones that you attract. Don't put that on us. Don't put that on us. I don't know any Black men who don't like successful women. I don't know any Black men who don't like successful women. Do y'all? Hello? Anybody else living in the same economy?
Classic.
Who trying to get with somebody that's unsuccessful? Who trying to get somebody that can't hold up their side of things? Who trying to get with somebody that's not going to make them stronger as a unit, and so eventually y'all can multiply? Who's trying to get with somebody like that? I think men only. I mean, do we care if a woman makes 6 figures? No. Like they care about us? No. Do we care if she, you know what I'm saying, work part-time or full-time or what? If she doing all right by herself as a grown-ass adult when I meet her, and I'm doing all right as by myself as a grown-ass adult, what about that is intimidating? What about that is off-putting? What about that would be detractive? None of that is detractive. The notion that she has in her head is an illusion from the pit of hell.
Classic.
Now I'm trying not to crash out, but it's just inflammatory. She talking about, and it's not even about Black men. Sometimes they trying to figure out why you got so much confidence in yourself. No. Now I will wonder that about certain women, Black or otherwise. These are the women where I wonder, why do you have so much confidence? Let's dispel this shit. From a male POV, the women who I wonder about their confidence is the ones who went and got surgery instead of going to the gym. I wonder about their self-esteem. Surgery is dangerous as hell. The recuperation process is painful as hell and as long as hell. And it's expensive. The whole situation altogether gets expensive as hell. You know what I'm saying? So why did you do that instead of going to the gym? I worry about those women and why are they so confident? You know what I'm saying? Or masquerading as confident. Them the ones who confidence I worry about. Or the women who didn't go get surgery, but they got somebody else eyelashes on, somebody else hair on their head, somebody else face painted on. You know what I'm saying? I wonder about their confidence. Those are women whose confidence I worry about. I don't worry about the confidence of a woman who is presenting natural, that is articulate, and that has a reasonable job and doing okay for herself. I don't worry about her confidence. I don't view all Black women as stereotypically loud or obnoxious or this, that, and the third. What you exhibit is what I'm gonna be able to go by. The first time you get a little agitated, irritated, hangry, and I get to see that fiery side, and I get to see how the fiery side presents itself, that's what's gonna let me know if you are LaQuisha. That's what's gonna let me know. We don't know when you first show up with your little representative and all that. We'll know if you stereotypical the first time we see your mood something other than, jolly and shit. That's when we gonna know. So this rhetoric that she is spewing, it's poisonous. So as the thought says, see, we can't put that every label on women though. No, I'm not putting that and I try not to. I'm the diamond in the rough guy. You know me, souls. You know me, what I always say. There's still good women out there. They're just rare. That's my slogan. You know me. I'm not the all guy. That's Mr. McBride. He say all of them, every single one. I don't do that. But I will let you know when I think it's the majority. Now, this I think is a misrepresentation. I don't think that most Black women, I don't even think that most Black women feel the way she feel about that. I don't. And honestly, just based on my assessment, what I perceive is a lot of sisters that do okay for themselves, like financially or career-wise or whatever, they seem to be dating men that aren't doing okay for themselves. And so a lot of their rhetoric around their own previous experiences kind of tell the story without telling it. You know what I'm saying? So choose better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's going to go back to that cliche. Choose better. But let's continue.
As my success does not revolve around your success. We should want to be successful together, which leads back to that specific detail about creating a healthy relationship, a healthy Black successful relationship. And I believe that Black men view women who are very confident. I'm very confident in myself. I don't disrespect you. I respect you so much, but I respect myself more. And I think that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. She not as respectful as she thinks she is. And follow me real quick. I'm not even judging her. The way that she talks with her hands, even though she's being she's extremely articulate. But the way that she talks with her hands, all the neck rotation, and the way that her diction is, the way that her tone and the texture of her pronunciation, she's not even irritated right now. So I can tell if she was angry, multiply all of this and that and this and that by a couple of notches, and it quickly turns into all this and start grabbing shit out the air that's not there, all this shit. And so we already know all that respect you talking about, you capping.
Classic.
I know. Listen, I don't know much. I don't know everything, damn it, but I know some body language. And I can tell when you multiply all of this and all this shit she doing while she's talking and all this, she look like she, you know, the sign language lady at the when the choir be singing and shit. She don't. I know if she get mad, come on, fam. We know what it's gonna turn into. Tell me if I'm lying, chat. Souls of Thought said what I meant by the statement is she used all men phrase. I got you. I read that wrong. I got you. Thank you for clarifying, my brother. Jay Zilla said eloquent and degrading. Yeah. Come on, Jay Zilla. You see through the bullshit too?
Classic.
Hey, we got Jay Zilla in the chat not simping today. Normally he be in there simping. I ain't gonna hold you. But today he on his square. But no, y'all tell me, chat. I'm gonna go back a little bit and listen to her rhetoric. I want y'all to look at the body language if y'all can. And you let me know if this woman in an irritated state remains respectful to her man, if she got one.
Is a stereotypical Black woman, loud, disrespectful. I don't respect Black men. If you view me as that way, on top of me being successful. See, I don't have to be more successful than you. Sometimes men, specifically Black men, believe that you don't need to have so much confidence in yourself. I feel like you are competing with me.
Yes.
My success does not revolve around your success. We should want to be successful together, which leads back to that specific detail about creating a healthy relationship, a healthy Black successful relationship. And I believe that Black men view women who are very confident. I'm very confident in myself. I don't disrespect you. I respect you so much, but I respect myself more. And I think that men have a hard time toting that line of keeping my masculinity and upraising your femininity.
I think there's definitely some validity in that. I think
now he ready to simp out. We done with him. He ready to simp out. What y'all think, chat? What y'all think? Capper, look, facts or cap? What y'all think, chat? Talk to me, man. Facts or cap? I'm not buying it. Okay. And the first chick to take me as I am, chick, absolutely not. I will not accept the low vibrational version of you. If you will not get on this program that will bring you up to what the type of time I'm on, then shit, by all means, stay low and stay on your own. We not doing that. We not doing that. Measure a man's habits, measure his ways, measure his intentions, and go from there. You know what I'm saying? If you're a woman, that's all you got to do, and go from there. You can see a man's trajectory. Just see how he spend his days. You can see his trajectory. Watch how he spends his time. What you do with your time will display your trajectory. That's what it is. Instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Ladies, if you like a dude, y'all go out, you find out this dude is a gamer. Okay. Don't write him off. Don't write him off. Wait till the first time you go to his spot. Now you go to his spot, you see a nice ass game chair, a bottle of cola, some chips, you know what I'm saying? you know, a little bit of a mess in that area. You get what I'm saying? 3 sets of headphones. You feel me? And a whole bunch of different types of chargers. Get up out of there. But if you go to his spot and you look at his gaming area, he got the desk laid out, 3 monitors, lighting, a whole camera, a backdrop, set of headphones, smell like Febreze, cleaning products, ain't no dust, none like that. His space wide open. You watch him gaming for the first time. He's streaming on Twitch. He's streaming on Kick. He uploading shorts on TikTok, and he let you know that he monetized. That's a gamer you could be with, ain't it? Now, that's a gamer you could look at how somebody spend their time, and you could measure their trajectory. You could measure the probability of them achieving a certain type of success. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. So, yeah, I'm with Tez. He said she's tripping, and he was like, cap. Yeah, so all that about, you know, dudes being in competition with their females and this, that, and that. Nah, listen, the truth is a lot of y'all don't grow out of liking Pookies and Ray Rays ever. And some of y'all go through y'all Pookie and Ray Ray phases, and y'all be getting licks hit on y'all by the hood dudes with the good D that's making y'all spend y'all good job money on them. And then you walk away from the situation feeling used. But in all actuality, fair exchange was no robbery. You was with him for certain amenities that you felt come with the hood nigga experience. And he was with you for being with the, you know, the girl with the good job experience. Y'all got what y'all was looking for out of those experiences. Grow as you go. That is what that is. But don't come putting that behavior on all of us or putting those thought processes and mentalities on all of us. You know what I'm saying? I think most good men find confident women the most attractive. But a confident, modest woman. Are you confident and arrogant? Are you confident and entitled? Are you confident and pompous? Or are you confident and you got a sense of modesty about you? I don't use the word humility, but just modesty. You understand that you're beautiful. You understand that you're gorgeous. And you also understand at the same exact time that you're not the only one. And right in there is the balance that you need to present how you want to present to be wifey type. Did I just cook?
Classic.
Come on now. But that first chick, absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. So, yeah, but that's it on the Take Me As I Am, the TikTok reaction video. I thought that the chat would have a good time with that. We'll make sure y'all respond and chat on this one in the rewatch as well. All right, y'all, we're moving into the last segment, which is the code language conversation. The code language conversation today is on fundamentals. Yes, Lord, I'm going to enjoy this one. This one is on fundamentals. Fundamentals. The word fundamental refers to something basic, essential, or forming a foundation upon which other things are built. As a noun, fundamentals are the most important principles, rules, or basic components of a subject, idea, or system. For example, the fundamentals of arithmetic are its basic rules, while the fundamentals of a business include its profitability and assets. So fundamentals, man. Jay Zilla said, person turquoise writing headphone. I don't know what he talking about. But yeah, fundamentals, man. I think fundamentals, like I said, basic foundational principles. Anything that's related to foundational principles is something that needs to be, you know, we need to take heed to, pay close attention to. If you look at sports, for example, if you look at business, for example, a lot of the people who are at the highest levels in day trading, for example, a lot of people who are at the highest levels in sports, for example, a lot of times when you watch championship level sports, you don't get to see a lot of the razzle dazzle being displayed. You generally at the highest level, the most competitive fights, the most competitive games, you see a display of high level, fast paced chess being filled with fundamental principles. When you get to the NBA championship level, there's very few behind the back passes. It happens, but at the NBA championship level, very few behind the back passes. Very few over the head, no look, entertaining the crowd passes. A lot of times at the championship level, if somebody's doing a no-look pass, it's for a reason. It's because the other team's defense is that good. And looking this defender off to get the ball through this tight window that I see is the only way I'm going to have a chance. Right? Versus just doing it for the sauce, the display, the swagger of it. Right? You see fundamentals being displayed. Crisp, clean chest passes, crisp, clean bounce passes, people getting out and getting proper spacing in the lanes and running the lanes. Football, highest level of football, you see fundamentals. You see the cornerbacks staying in phase. You see the safeties staying over the top the best that they can, staying on their assignments, focusing, everybody locked in, being in a proper back pedal, waist that, hips low. You know what I mean? You see everybody locked in on fundamentals. Foundational principles. The greatest day traders, they know the fundamentals. Don't get too greedy. Don't stay in too long. Know when to sell. Monitor your watch list. Keep up with the market. Do your reading. The fundamentals is what gets you to the highest levels of everything. Like being able to do the up and under layup comes after you've mastered the fundamental right hand, right side, left hand, left side. The gather, being able to do same hand, same side layups, that come after you've mastered jumping off the left foot, right hand, driving the knee. The fundamental way. The sauce come later. See, a lot of people want to skip over the fundamentals, and a lot of times the fundamentals is what you master during the process. Mastering fundamentals and the process go hand in hand. And so a lot of people like to skip the process, and because they're skipping the process or finding different creative ways to circumvent processes, you're also cutting out the time that you would have spent becoming a master of fundamentals.
Classic.
And so what ends up happening is when the tortoise and the hare end up being next to each other at the same stoplight, and the hare looking at the tortoise like, how did you get here? The tortoise look back at the hare and say, I went through the process.
Classic.
I love it when I get in that mode now, chat. I love it when I get in that mode. But the problem is the hare only gonna be there for a spell. The tortoise could stay forever because it went through the whole path. Everything that the hare skipped along the way, the person that circumvented the process, the person that, and the hare and the tortoise is a bad analogy because the hare was just fast as hell, but just not focused. But everyone that circumvented the process, they're going to come to times where they're going to need the fundamental principles that they lack to continue to win. And that's when they're going to see themselves start struggling and having losses.
Classic.
Anything fast don't last. Anything slow be for show. Shout out to Kevin Gates for that.
Classic.
So we can't forget the fundamentals, man. Jay Zilla said cooking on a mile a minute. You know how it is when I get in that mode now. Yeah, so that's the code language conversation of the day. I think that it's quintessential. Listen, the reason why I'm still going to be able to hoop, I blew my knee out hooping. Y'all may think I'm going to never hoop again. I'm definitely going to hoop again because I got fundamentals. It don't matter how old I get or nothing. I still know how to properly put that flick of the wrist on that jump shot. My shit going to fall forever. I got a banger. This shit wet. So with my jump shot being like that and me having my fundamentals, it don't matter what YNs on the court. It don't matter what semi-pros on the court. It don't matter. I stick to my fundamentals. I'm going to be all right. And if you give me too much space, it's in your face. No puffy. Cash. So we're going to be able to hoop forever because of the fundamentals. I mastered the fundamentals. See, a lot of y'all went to the court and learned how to dribble behind the back before you learn how to dribble right hand, left hand. Just right hand, left hand, pound dribble, right hand, left hand, pound dribble. Learn the basic crossover in front. Just basic. No, you went straight to the gym and tried to be, and one with it. Boom, 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 boom. You working on all type of stuff, and you don't just have a fundamental handle on that rock. Same thing with football, same thing with tennis, same thing with business. The fundamentals. So I can't say it enough, man. These things, This might be one of the more important code languages that we do. I mean, most of them are very important, but this top 5 for sure. This right here is a life hack. Shit deeper than rap, chat. But yeah, that's the code language for the day. We ain't gonna beat the horse. That's the code language for the day on fundamentals. Yes, Lord. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Shout out to Jay Zilla in the chat today. He said, come on. Jay Zilla said, this is the wheat and the rice. My dog. All right, so I got a little bit of time for chat Q&A today. Let's go ahead and get to it. Anybody got a subject, topic, anything they want to bring up, anything they want to discuss? Here go the link in case anybody want to talk about anything. I don't know who's available. If anybody want to come up and chat with me, you most definitely can. There go the link. I'm going to play the joint. And while the song play, man, say what you got to say. Let's get to it.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing at 6'2".
Some 333s in the chat. Talk to me, chat. What we doing? What we doing?
With my eyes, yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Want the fruits of your labor? Gotta climb the tree. Yeah, I'm.
All right, we got a question. Souls of Thought. Shout out to Souls for coming through with the chat Q&A.
Classic.
I know that one was loud. Souls of Thought said, now that you back at work, but now doing content, do you see your daily job in a different light? Yeah, I see it as very useful. But you know what? No. I don't see it in a different light. I always, ever since I graduated college, I've had a job since I was 12 years old. And then the one time I did fire my boss and was working for myself completely, I mean, still a job, right? But I've been working since I was 12 years old. But I've always, since graduating college, any career job I had, I always used the time towards whatever my side hustle was anyway. I've always only ever held a job, even if it was a career level job. I've only always ever held a job to get to the point where whatever I'm doing on the side becomes my full-time job. That's always been who I am. I've never been a person who planned on like working my way up through a company and retiring out. That's never, ever been who I am. It's never been how I am. It's not like I saw a clip by DDG when he was like, somebody asked him a question. He was doing Q&A with the chat, and somebody had asked him a question like, you know, what's the best way to become successful or something like that? Or he was saying, or what would you do if you had to start all over from scratch or something like that? And DDG has said, shout out to DDG, one of the top streamers that I enjoy the clips of.
Classic.
But DDG's response was, I would get me a 9-to-5, work my 9-to-5, stack my bread, and then take a shot. If I fail, shit, get another 9-to-5, start the process over again, take another shot. And I just do that shit over and over until I hit a shot. He was like, but if you don't never take a shot, or if you don't never take no risk, or if you don't never, you know what I mean, put your money where your mouth is, then you would just be stuck in the cycle forever, working for somebody else and doing this, that, and the third, and that'll just be what it is for you. That'll be the ceiling that's over your head, and I agree with that. Just as much as I agree with that, though, I definitely feel like there's plenty of people in this world that are just fine with that, and I'm fine with that for them. That's just never been me. I'm not speaking down on nobody who want to have them a career job with some good ass benefits, run up their 401k, do their investment portfolio properly, follow the old fashioned steps, work until retirement age, and go ahead and go about it that way. if that's how you want to get down, I'm not knocking nobody for nothing. I'm not speaking like my mentality is above. I'm just telling y'all who I've always been. I've always been the type of person where whatever my career job was, it was just always until. So like the way I view like being back at work and now also being full-time with the content creation, I just use my time at work towards the content creation. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll be listening to different things to put together different questions of the day. You know, it actually gives me a place to take a census too, right? I can go take a poll of married men that's in the building, in the office or whatever. I can go take a poll of, you know, single women. Like it gives me a place to conduct a real life census if I so choose. Cause I'm one of those people who, Souls, that's your way of telling me be quiet. He said, bet. Souls want me to be done. I ain't done, bro. I'm not done, bro.
Classic.
I'll just fucking with you, man. But yeah, so like so yeah, it definitely it's one of those things. I don't look at it different. I think I'm still, you know, my mentality is still very much the same. I can't really say that it's changed. I'm locked in. He said, no, I love it. I love it. No, I know. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, so that's really how it is. Even when I first got out of college and I was working in my corporate job, literally at my desk in my office, I would just like write songs all day, like anytime, because I worked in tech. So like something will be loading or buffering, or it may be like a little bit of downtime, or like I'm working on a project and I'm whatever configuring something, and then like a bar, I have an instrumental playing in my headphones while I'm working on whatever ticket I'm working on, and then like you know, a bar will come to my head and I have my notepad. I still to this day keep the notepad, you know what I'm saying? A bar will come to my head and I just write the bar down and just build a song while I'm working on tickets all throughout the day. So like each day I beat and wrote like 3-4 songs a day on the clock, you know what I'm saying? On the man's time, but also being a highly productive associate. I just learned how to be efficient. Efficiency is key. Efficiency is golden. So like it's okay, we in corporate, everything is about numbers. This is the goal. I'm exceeding the goal. I'm on time. I'm punctual. Ain't nothing to talk about. You can't come over there and be like, oh, well, if you weren't writing music, you could do this much. Hey, I'm exceeding said goal. You want me to do more? Change the goal. You feel me? But my reviews were always, you know, above meets expectation every year. I always got, you know, better than the standard raise every year. Like, and I was still working on the side hustle 24/7 in that bitch. So yeah, man, it's still the same game with me. I don't plan on working for the man every night and day. That shit over with. You know what I'm saying? For sure. He said these questions help me more than you know. Word. Okay. Well, that's what's up. We'll talk about it, I'm sure, bro. You missed the beginning of the segment, bro. We got to chop it up on the chat 333 fantasy draft coming up. Cortez, I hope you still in here too. You know it's finna get sticky, man. I'm busting y'all out. I'm putting belt to ass all year. I'm telling y'all. So I hope y'all got y'all draft boards together. I hope y'all got y'all minds right. I hope y'all got a strategy that you're going to be able to employ because, you know, like I said, it's belt to ass season, man. No puffy.
Classic.
But yeah, so that's really just the main thing. Like I don't even like being back at work and stuff like that. I see it like it all feels very temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like the way this is going, even though we see an incremental growth, like I just understand how this shit work. I got a deep understanding of how this works. You know what I'm saying? In the content creation space. And like, it's one of them things, like once your candle finally get lit, for the people who do day trading and stuff like that, you follow the candle analogy. But once your candlestick finally get lit, it's like, it really is no like blowing your candle out. So you just got to stay consistent until your candle get lit. You know what I mean? And then it's like every day more and more content I consume. And then the more like I see my content and how it stack up. And then I look at my chat and like how intelligent my chat is and how my chat challenges me and my chat challenges each other. And I just look at that. And as it multiplies and the community kind of stays that way, I think it's a really unique space that we're creating inside of this YouTube world and in the content world in general, because we're not just on YouTube. As y'all see, Twitch got active today. We on Rumble right now. I'm streaming on 2 YouTube channels. I didn't even disconnect the Classic Code Sports stream today. We just got the whole thing running. So it's like, You know, like day job shit feel temporary as hell. I can't lie. Like I'm back, but it feel like but for so long. Like this, once the flame is lit, bro, it's over. Cause I'm one of them people too. Like I get to my first like $5,000 month of content creation, I quit the day job on the spot. Cause cause in my brain, the way I'm just telling y'all how my brain works. If I just hit 5 bands for the first time off content creation in 1 month, and I had a job that I was giving 40 plus hours a week and still did that, I'm knowing in my brain, if I quit today, I could turn that 5 bands into 15 the next month.
Classic.
So I might get up out that bitch cold turkey, no 2 weeks notice, no nothing. Hey, it's been fun. I gotta run.
I'm only gonna do this once.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of like I never been scared to take a shot, yo. Like I never been scared to jump off the cliff. Like I don't need no parachute, no nothing, no bungee cord, no nothing. I'm crazy. I really believe I could fly.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really believe I could fly. I can't wait till we do a meetup. Like Cortez, we went to school. Me and Cortez went to high school together for a couple years, and then we became rivals. But like me and Tez know me in real life. But I'm not even capping to y'all. Like when y'all get around me in person, this shit right here, like when I get in this bag, this energy not fugazi, G. Like I am inspiration, fam. I never been afraid to take a shot. Wait till I touch 5 bands in a month off content creation alone. I swear to God, I'll walk away from them benefits. I know if I touch 5 and I could count the hours. I'm pragmatic. I got 5 bands off content creation this month, and I go back and look at how many hours I worked that month with overtime and all that. And I say, shit, I make these hours available. I might be able to turn that 5 into 20 next month. So I'm a jump. Anybody watch Fresh Prince? Hillary, will you? I'm gonna have to hit the ground like Trevor, folks. I'm gonna have to crash and burn.
I'm only gonna do this once.
It ain't no, listen, fam. Y'all, listen. I'm telling you, I'm crazy like that. I'm crazy like that. When I walked away from the corporate world, man, everybody but me was scared. My mom and them, you hear me? Co-workers, all that. Hey, you sure? Like, these people been to my shows. They done watch my progress. You sure? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, they was trying to offer me a promotion. I said, man, promotion? Y'all seen Creed, right? They offered him a promotion and he quit instead. That was me, folks. I bet it all. I'm really the type that'll push them chips in, folks. When it's on me, I'll push the chips in.
Classic.
I started, but see, that's the thing though. I'm not entitled. I never got the favoritism. That shit wasn't them. It was always somebody who had the politics on their side. I had to just show up better. So I already know what it is to be from scratch with this shit. I already know how to Betty Crocker this shit from nothing. You could listen, y'all like all you got to do, what do I got to work with? Just show me what I got to work with. All right, I'm a finesse it. We starving, and when we had very little groceries, when we was just making ends meet, when we was living at the very base of the middle class level, and we was living in the trenches, and we just had, we had some food in the kitchen. We never didn't have no food in the kitchen, but maybe based on what I eat, it ain't a lot of food here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of food. Man, I know how to finesse a plate. I'm gonna go in there. Okay, we got croissant bread. Okay, we got sliced cheese. Shit. We got some pepper, some salt. All right. We got pancake mix. Okay, some peanut butter, some jelly. Shit, I be done made a grilled cheese toasted croissant with two pancakes and a jelly croissant on the side and a finesse some orange juice. You hear me? I'll make that shit into a gourmet breakfast. Listen, bro, it's different on this side. Class is class, no cap. Yeah, thank you, Tez. Vouch for me, dog. Jay Zilla laughing. He said, know your weapons better than you know your grind, and you can make it due to any circumstance. Facts, bro. This shit not. Yeah, bro, this not fugazi. Like we gonna win. So you asked the right question, Souls. That day job shit, that's brainstorm time. Okay, I got how long I'm working today. I'm doing a 10-hour bet. I got 10 hours to put the shit together for tomorrow. Oh, they gonna love this. Woo, woo. Matter of fact, the question of the day, I'm gonna test that joint out while I'm in here. Hey, sweetheart. Question. You know, what do you think should be most important in men's life? The mom, yeah. We gonna take the time that we monetizing with the man, and we gonna monetize it on the side. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, any job you work, if you work for a major company with good benefits, they're gonna tell you no solicitation of of outside businesses on the clock. Man, I'd have made more money soliciting my outside businesses on the clock than what they was paying me. Man, y'all crazy as hell. If you got t-shirts and the job say you can't sell your t-shirts, boy, if you don't move them t-shirts out the trunk on lunch, do you want this shit or not? Y'all gonna, man, listen, I'm gonna make y'all do y'all job. Human resources, we gonna make you do your job. Y'all don't think I was up in that corporate office selling concert tickets, nigga? I was moving units.
I'm only gonna do this once.
I was moving units, man. Come catch me. Classic. Come catch me. I'm trapping out this bitch. Yeah, y'all ain't know when I come in here, it's double time and a half. I'm coming in here on the clock, getting paid, meeting the metrics, and I'm selling t-shirts, concert tickets, package deals. Nigga, I'm putting other people's businesses on. We do. Oh, you got a side business too? We making a play together. Matter of fact, you gonna sponsor the event that I'm doing. You put some bread down, come to the event. You gonna sell your merch at the event. We gonna double down. We finna get this shit out the mud. We doing business at the business to make the business make sense. Man, I'm from the west side of Chicago. Y'all must don't know. We gonna do some hustling now. Come catch me, classic. Folks. Come on, man. 333. Yeah. So yeah. No, we gonna weaponize that day job. People be hating on day jobs. You better weaponize your day job. It was a time where I thought about going to work at a drive-thru to sell my CDs. I said, man, it would be genius to work at a drive-thru. How many people come through a drive-thru? You know how many CDs I could sell at a McDonald's? I think I was gonna get a McDonald's job just to sell my CDs, fam. This shit, y'all niggas, man, I'm really stupid. Classic. I'm really retarded with this shit. I'm gonna take it too far. That's what I'm saying. You could track the trajectory, fam. You could track the trajectory. Ain't no losing. What up, Tess?
Say something about day job.
You hear me? On the block and on the clock. You feel me? Trapping in the trenches.
I gotta work for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by last night. I appreciate that.
What you talking about?
On the show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every time, bro.
Yeah,
man.
It just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense.
Yeah, man. But I do gotta slide. I got like 5 minutes for you though.
Hey, it's cool.
I didn't expect you to come in, so I just brought you up, man.
No, you was talking about people don't understand. Like they gotta understand. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
It's like I talked to you in person about this, but I guess I could put it out there. You know, there was a lot of times in my life where if I wouldn't have had somebody like you around, especially them early years of school, if I wouldn't have had somebody like you around, it could have been way worse for me.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse for me because, I mean, you know, some of the people that I know and some of the people that I was around, not necessarily bad people, but like their vision wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying? Their vision wasn't the same at all. And they didn't see what we saw. They didn't see what, you know, it wasn't, I never seen you ducking nobody. You know what I'm saying? When it came to like competition, you didn't duck nobody. And like, I'm like, okay, he not ducking nobody. That means I really can't duck nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Okay, what happens if they put him against me? Well, I'm gonna try to blow him out the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I holler at him after the race is over. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look over real quick. You remember during track, I used to talk mad shit.
Yeah, no, you swear that I ran track, bro. No, I didn't run track.
No, you didn't run track.
I was at the meets. I was at the meets for the hoes. Yeah, man. Yeah. We played football.
Yeah, you played football. You played football with me, but you didn't run track with me.
But I was there. But yeah, I was there. Like I
remember at them track meets. See, the thing is, like at football, like there was people that was like they were good too, and I hadn't necessarily come into my own yet in football because I was undersized. But they wasn't messing with me on the track, and I knew it. I knew it.
That was your bag.
Like, that's why I like Noah. Like I'm not saying that like I'm his biggest fan or nothing like that. I'm just saying that like it reminds me of when I was coming up, and then it got worse after school. Like when you start running track with like anywhere close to professionally, it gets worse. Like the people are worse, and so I know what he's had to deal with. I've gotten to. I didn't get to go to those Olympics. You know what I'm saying? But I got to nationals. I got to junior nationals. I got all the way to the world championships. And man, you know, I remember I saw you in the mall, and you know, I'm like, man, which class am I gonna get today? You know what I'm saying? You was hanging out with Scott that day.
Yeah.
You know, you was hanging out with Scott that day. And the first thing you said was, I was like, man, I ain't seen y'all in a couple of years. He was like, I saw you.
Yeah.
He was like, I saw you. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, you thought I wasn't watching?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I appreciate that. And he was like, man, hey, I'm proud of you though. And I was like, for real, bro? Like, for real? He was like, yeah, like, you know, we growing now. Like, you know, we not rivals no more. Like, now we bros, iron sharpen iron. And I'm like, hey, I really do appreciate that, man. Like, I really do. To this day. To this day. I didn't have no friends at nationals. I was by myself. Like, even my teammates was gunning for me. That's when I knew. Even my teammates was gunning for me, bro. Like, even my teammates that wasn't messing with me.
No, I know. I used to. You got to remember, bro, because the way it worked, you know, and we don't never say what schools we was at and all that on the YouTube, but like, you know, it was one of them things where like I went to school in middle school in the town. You feel me? But because you know how it was, and then I was in the other town, so all my friends were still in the town. You feel me? So I was abreast to everything 24/7. I knew about the hate you was getting because I was seeing. I'm like, shit. I'm looking. I'm at the meets and shit. I'm like, shit. It really a situation where it's like it's only like one other person in the district fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. But it was like people was talking like that wasn't what it was. And I'm like, shit. I'm watching them like really blowing shit out the water. I hear y'all saying other names, but I'm at the meets, fam. This shit ain't. It's not.
So it was crazy, right? I'm not throwing no shade. I'm not gonna say anybody's names. This is like this is not some celebrity stuff. This is people we know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was my only competition, and when I had like 400 or 500 more points, because you know how track runs on points, right?
Yeah.
They were out because they got injured. We were in Indianapolis, and he got injured in Indianapolis. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get injured in Indianapolis. I was able to keep going after that national meet. And when I came back our senior year, I was on fire. And I didn't have nobody challenging me because he didn't come back till halfway through the outdoor season. Indoor season, I was unstoppable. I ran through everybody. I went all of them dudes downstate, you know, all of them dudes upstate. I ran through all of them. And
hey, yo.
Sick.
You know, like, it was
dudes is crazy.
Hey, bro, they was not. Bro,
no, that's crazy.
I'm only gonna do
black
this
glove.
once.
I put the black glove on because I was mad, bro. I that one meet where everybody was there, it was like 30 schools there. I came out with the black glove on, and they were like, "Why you got the black glove on?" I said, "Because I'm not taking no prisoners today."
Yeah, it is what it is.
They tried to disqualify me for it because I ran with it on.
Hey, listen, I understand. I understand what it was, bro. I heard about it, and that's why. Like when I remember the day you talking about now, when I seen you, I'm like, nah, bro, like shit, I'm proud of you, G. Like, you know, because it just is what it is. We from a place where it's like, you know, the cloud is something that it's like a cloud. It just carry over the top and everybody just stay underneath that cloud, even though, you know, the sun trying its best to peek through. And the sun oftentimes was the people who didn't get all the favoritism, but were actually, you know, the best, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So it ain't no big deal though.
Because I came from across town, bro. They didn't care. They didn't care about me after that. They didn't care about me after that, no matter what I did. It was crazy.
I feel like everything is happening for you, not to you, and that's why, like, I'll be grateful for like not having the favoritism, because I honestly feel like the reason why I didn't play, and we gonna close it, but the reason why I didn't play pro ball, at least overseas at minimum, the reason why I didn't hoop overseas is because like college was the first time I had to deal with politics in basketball. You feel me? I had never dealt with it to that point.
Bro,
you started
every game.
I started
every game.
Yeah, in middle school I played 8th grade and 7th grade. Like high school I got moved. You know what I'm saying? Like I was captain of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't accustomed to it. Was up until that point, it was if you're the best, you play. It wasn't I didn't understand. Like, so when I got to college, it's like, okay, I show up in practice when the season start, I'm gonna go in here and kick everybody ass and earn my spot. You know, that's all I knew. That's because that's what it was at that point. I didn't in basketball in particular, I didn't have to deal with no politics. So I didn't have no understanding of that. I'm
gonna tell you something you don't remember.
So wait, hold on real quick. So when I got to college, my freshman year, and I went to practice and I'm kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? And then we had these voluntary, see, that's what I learned through experience, voluntary 6 a.m. shoot-arounds. I had a 7 a.m. class. So I wasn't going to 6 a.m. shoot-arounds if the shit wasn't mandatory. I'm just showing up in practice kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my man told me you going to start on JV for us. I said, JV? I'm not even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? I had offers to bigger schools. I'm not even supposed to be here. JV is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I went, hey, listen, I went and told my job I need more hours so fast, nigga. What? JV these nuts, niggas, you stupid. Man, listen, bro, and listen, I didn't quit. I stuck around, but it was just like
it was
a
couple of guys that like they thought they had it, but like their consistency wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't.
It's
one of them things where like you get to a point where the politics kick in and it's like, okay, it don't even matter that you better. Dude just older. He a junior, so he just gonna play in front of you, and that's what it is. You're gonna wait your turn. Wait your turn at this level is crazy. Like wait your turn at Duke, wait your turn at Wake Forest. All right, cool. Wait your turn around this motherfucker. Like I'm kicking ass now, right now. What you mean? Wait for what? AG, if
it was your fault. It was your fault. I got cut from the freshman team.
I mean, how?
Because I tell you why. Because I didn't see anybody else that was on the freshman team that I should go at other than you.
Oh, well, no, that wasn't good. That wasn't the best idea.
I mean, I put it this way. It was some people that took the easy way out. And I know you probably remember most of the team, but it was some people that took the easy way out. I couldn't take the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? It was not no personal thing. It was, if I'm going to look good, it's going to be because I was able to do something against this guy. And let me tell y'all, it wasn't easy. Especially because I wasn't even as tall as I am now back then. I was a midget. I was 5 feet tall, bro. What did I think I was about to do against him?
I don't know what the fuck you thought.
I thought about that for years. I was like, why did I go at him?
You played yourself. Yeah, that hooping shit.
I had to try, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I respect it, man. Listen, the Warriors get the most respect from me. It ain't about the wins and losses. It's about the willingness, bro. Jay Zilla said, marry you somebody who has a war room in their home. Marry you somebody with a multitude of prayer warriors. Okay, that's off subject, but I'm with you. Chat Q&A. Chat Q&A.
Says you got to get a little bit taller if you're going to come over here.
Yeah, dog. That little man shit ain't working over here, gang.
You said, Tez, you got to get a little bit taller. You wasn't even mean about it.
Hell no.
You knew the assignment.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a little taller, G, before you start coming over here messing with me, gang. This shit ain't going to work out for you. Jay Zilla said, stop pushing in chips and build the casino. This is the casino, everything classic. Facts, though. This definitely the
classic.
Casino. Mm-hmm. Digital real estate, and I'm running up a bag. Jay Zilla said, these are your just begin to mature days. Stay out the small. No, my thoughts big as shit, bro.
Classic.
Yeah. Appreciate the
Jay Zilla book. I gotta get Jay Zilla book, man.
He's I don't think he released it yet. Jay Zilla, let us know about the book. Keep us updated, bro. We ready. Yeah, I wrote the forward for him. It's gonna be dope, man.
It's gonna be a life left to live, man. It's gonna be This next season gonna be great.
Oh man, the portal is open, bro. The portal is open now, and when the Saints go marching in, you feel me? The portal is open.
Years ago, so I didn't even talk about content creation. I know you got to go, so I keep it short. But we was talking about content creation, and like years ago, during the pandemic, like sports shut down, so I couldn't play football. I couldn't do nothing. You know, they limited how many guys, because that was really how I was doing it. I was still on practice squads and teams that was able to bring people in for like, you know, weeks here, weeks there, making a couple dollars here, making a couple dollars there. And then, man, let me tell you, after the pandemic happened, I had turned completely to content creation because that was the best way to make money at the time. You know, and I was making some nice money on Twitch when people were just starting to get into it. And then like after the pandemic was over, to be honest, I don't know why I ever went back to work. I don't really know why. I think it's just because everybody was just like, oh yeah, you got to do this. And then, you know, other circumstances, I ain't got to get into it, but I went back to work. And let me tell you, the last couple of months that I've been back making content like all the time, I feel like me again. You know what I mean? Like I feel like me again. So I started doing it again. And it's been showing because people came out the woodwork like, hey, where you been for the last couple of years? I'm like, bro, not on TV, not on YouTube, not on Twitch, nothing. Like I've been grinding and playing ball. That was it. But now I get to mix in the fact that I get to play ball and I get to make content about people playing ball, talk about everything else, it's actually been very freeing. So
yeah, it is, man. It's for people like us who are natural, like, you know, speakers, and we have those minds where like what we say is intriguing, whether you agree or disagree. We finally have a space to really, you know, turn it into something lucrative. You know what I mean? It's not, for me, it's not even about the money. I just understand what come with the consistency, right? For me, it's about the mission. And I think that every day on my show, we stick to the mission for sure. But in the mission, we just understand what, you know, what the side effect is. And it just happens to be that bag. You know what I'm saying? So we not turning that away. Shit, we got to
Classic.
eat. Yeah.
For sure. Jay Zilla said 916 physical copies are available. The physical copy has self-guided reflection. The ebooks come out 9/9.
All right.
Yeah, bet.
I want the physical copy. I want to take it on the plane with me.
Yeah, me too. I need the physical. I don't even rock with ebooks. I want to turn the page. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate you jumping on, man. I gotta hop off of here today. We got some premieres coming out tonight. Make sure y'all stay locked in on the Classic Codes. You streaming later, bro?
Man, I'm here all day, so I probably won't.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm gonna get in tomorrow in the afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon. All
right. Make sure y'all
4 o'clock.
Bet. Make sure y'all tap in with the Tears Down tomorrow afternoon. For a live stream. I don't know what time I'm streaming tomorrow, but it'll be sometime in the afternoon, probably before you though. I ain't gonna step.
You.
No, I'm saying we ain't gonna step on each other. Yeah. I got time, so we gonna figure it out. But yeah, for sure, bro. I appreciate you, man. And everybody, make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. If y'all do nothing else, stick to the codes. We got another class.
Classic Codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Harden my heart and now harden the flow.